Rift Wizard 3, yes, I got to play it for 4.5 hours yesterday with Opportunity Drive. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I can tell you a little bit about it. It's still very early, but it has an entirely new art style, and I like the art style a lot. I posted a couple of examples of the new art style in the Discord. Ponty, what's going on, Ponty? Anything exciting happen on your trip? So yes, new art style is very good. I like it a lot. Very, like, has a lot of personality. I don't know how else to explain it. If I had to break it down, it kind of looks like chalk on a chalkboard, which I really like. But Coops, who does the music for Rift Wizard and does the art for Rift Wizard, is doing a great job. I really like what he's doing with it. Post-release, Rift Wizard 2 is, like, Opportunity Drive is the one making Rift Wizard 3. Like, Rift Wizard 1 was all Dylan, Rift Wizard 2 was Dylan, and then he gave it to Opportunity to work on, and then Rift Wizard 3 is like, this is purely Opportunity Drive's vision. Like, obviously, he still, like, consults with Coops, he consults with Dylan, but Opportunity is the one doing 99% of the work. So this is exciting. It's like, I've really liked what Opportunity's done with Rift Wizard 2, so it's very exciting to see him get to do straight up, like, start to finish Rift Wizard 3. We'll never be free of this game. Absolutely not. He'll never be free of Rift Wizard. It's like, oh, Chris is still playing his favorite game. How dare he? But yeah. Other than fighting with an old man and getting very cute black Chow Chow pets, no, that's good. I like a non-eventful trip when I see my family. Just want to be home with the dogs. But yeah, to kind of like give a breakdown of the broad strokes of Rift Wizard 3, the play space is smaller, so it's a much more immediate and like intimate fighting arena. So that's immediately noticeable. There are no items whatsoever. So like you have no potions, no mana potions, no health potions, no chaos spells, like nothing to lean on if things get a little wacky. And the huge difference, there's no skills. It's like you still have a spell book, but no skills to choose. Instead, every floor has components, like magical regions. So as you're playing, you're collecting magical regions that represent different, like, you know, you'll find eyeball jelly, or you'll find necromantic ichor, and that will represent, like, dark and poison, or conjuration and holy, like, whatever tags you're looking for. And instead of, like, saving spell points and buying skills, you are looking for particular tags to collect, and you use them to create equipment. And those, a lot of them are representative of skills you might be familiar with, and a lot of them are brand new skills. Some of them are like grimoires that will teach you a spell that you have no other access to. So like the Alchemist game we played, very different in how it works. Like that one, you have to craft a spell and it has 3 uses and it's gone forever. Like this one, your spells are bespoke still. Instead, you're crafting like, I need something that's going to... Like, what I've enjoyed about it is it kind of gives you, like, quest lines while you're playing, because it's like, I'm trying to do blank. What do I need for blank? And you go through the equipment, which is massive. Like, there's so many different things you can make. And you're like, all right, I want this, so I need to find me, like, a couple of these letters, this, and this. And, like, you hunt for them and you create what you want. And there's no limit. So, like, I was making a run where I built, like, every single wand that interacts with number of targets and area of effects, and I was just, like, cranking those numbers up. I really like it. That does sound like an improvement. Like, Rift Wizard 1 to Rift Wizard 2, I will grant you, very similar. It's one of those, like, just straight line between one to the next. I think 2 is an overall improvement in every way, so I play a lot of 2, don't really go back to 1. Rift Wizard 3 is different enough that I could see myself going back and forth between 2 and 3. And I really like 3, like, because of this system where you can collect things and craft what you want, the power level potential of 3 is very high. Like, you get very strong in 3, and the enemy types are strong in response. Like, there are some scary new enemies in there. Yes, 2 became a lot more sequel after Opportunity took over. Like, Opportunity's done great work. You still buy any spell you want. The big thing for me is the upgrades. You could have 2 upgrades. So, like, Rift Wizard 1, the upgrades are boring and you could have all of them. Rift Wizard 2, the upgrades are interesting and bespoke and you can only have 1 at a time. Rift Wizard 3 is the upgrades are interesting and you can mix and match. And there are some pretty interesting combinations already. And, like, the game is using a lot of placeholder spells from 2 right now. And, like, the ones that have already been, like, a couple have been changed or added. Messing around with those, I put some wild stuff together. And there was a very complicated thing that I was able to craft that every floor would randomly upgrade one of my spells. So I was able to, like, fully upgrade a spell and do wacky stuff because of it. Like, I can't get too specific until I have permission to, like, really go into it, but I had a lot of fun. I won one of my runs, and the other run, I made myself basically unkillable. It was very good, but my hubris was like, I'm a god, nothing can touch me. And so I went to a brand new boss that had some scary abilities, and I just spawned in next to him, and he kicked my ass, like, killed me immediately. So I guess I wasn't that immortal. Anyway, that's my brief little, like, Rift Wizard 3 story. But I'm very excited. Like, this is very early in Rift Wizard 3, and, like, if this is already where it's at, I am very excited to see what we end up with for Rift Wizard 3.
Hello there.
Mighty Odin, what's going on? Welcome to a run where we have to... Don't be next to me. We have to use the Never Victory list. I'm allowed to take, like, 2 or 3 things off of this, but after that, everything else. We'll say 2 things. I'm allowed to take 2 things off. Well, stop looking away! This is on you! Oneer, Manamancer, and a normal runner done. What's next? I had a great Electromancer run earlier today, so I say do Electromancer. Okay. All right. Explosive Spore Manual. Now we're cooking with gas. Will I blow myself up if I do this? Meltem! Thank you for that follow and welcome to Shake the Box family. Very happy to have you here. Do you like Rift Wizard? If we take Combust Poison, I'm gonna blow myself up if I end up going with Poison. And Poison makes sense with what we're trying to do. I guess we don't have to do Plague of Filth on this list. We could do other stuff on this list. It's just Horde of Halfmen is something I would like to end on. Do you like gladiator movies? Timmy, have you ever seen a grown man naked? Do you like Greek wrestling, Timmy? We could channel Pillar of Fire.
Hello there.
How's it going? Work fun, huh? You know what? Maybe we pivot into the fire experience. Should have taken Fireball, but didn't think about it until just now. In which case, Explosive Spy Manual makes perfect sense. It's a fire spell. How was it? What can you say? It was excellent. I like how distinct and different it is from 2. There are no skills. There are no items. You're allowed to take 2 upgrades on your spells. Every floor you could find regents, magical regents that you could use to craft equipment. And those equipments largely represent like what the skills were in the original 2 games, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Like all equipment from 2 and all skills from 1 and 2 have been turned into items you can craft using magical regents. There is no limit on what you can make, which means, like, depending on how well you plan and choose your floors, you could put some wild runs together. I had 2 end game runs in, like, the 4 hours I got to play the game, and I did some wacky shit in those runs. So, I really like what I saw of 3. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I might be allowed to upload my runs that I did with Opportunity YouTube. We're waiting on confirmation. But if I get to do that, you'll get to see what I saw. Again, super early version of the game, but a lot of fun. I really liked it. You know what? Touch of Death. Yeah, I was kind of surprised too. Damn. All right, I'll allow one more. This is another case of, like, I'd rather not waste a mana potion. Hit every button but the right button. Exactly, Martin. Like, I feel like it'd be very easy to be cynical about it, except we saw what he managed to do with 2. Brought it into an incredible state, and like having seen like just how different 3 is, like 3 is very exciting. Well, like I said, if we're lucky, I'll be allowed to put it up for people to see. Put up. Let's see. I mean, double health potions would be just nice to have. And this is not a bad layout for us. Anyone touches me, they get touched. Fireball, you too. All right, you guys gotta go. It's one down. Bankai, what's going on? You dare face me? Dead. Hey. Dead. Dead. Bad bread news? The fuck, you better not tell me there's no more of that bread. Staff of you've got to be kidding me. How does this game do this to me every time? It's only a weekend item? God damn it. Fine. I'm pivoting back to the original plan. No more fire. Whatever. See if I care, game. It's early enough. It's only Realm 4. I feel like if I was going to kind of give a big summary of what is most exciting about Rift Wizard 3, and this just reminded me of it, is I love a lot of the equipment in Rift Wizard 2. However, there is a problem with how it works in that, and like there's nothing you can do about it, it's just a consequence of how the game's designed. A lot of the equipment is very viable in the beginning, right? Like, if I find a staff that does blank, I can build around that. So, like, the pool of what I can choose to take in Rift Wizard 2 starts at, like, 100% on floor 1, right? By the time I reach Realm 6, I am kind of deep enough into, like, whatever build is coming online that pool is shrunk down to maybe like 33% is viable now. A lot of it, like if I see it, it's like, I'm too invested in blank. Like, why would I take that now? Like, oh, this does something based on enchantment damage. I'm too deep into sorcery, or I'm too deep into conjuration. So like just a lot of it off the table. And you're going to keep on running into that stuff. Like the pool doesn't change. Like you're going to keep seeing. It's just what's viable to your build has reduced a lot. And by the time you're on Realm 13, it's like 5%, and anything later than that, like just a small portion is going to like, oh, I'm looking for one specific piece of equipment, and that's okay. Like sometimes you find stuff early on, the build goes around it. Other times it's a fun surprise later on. Your run goes from like normal run to run in overdrive. Happens in a lot of roguelikes. It's part of the charm of the genre sometimes. Rift Wizard 3, because you can build whatever, whenever, you just have to find the component parts. It means you can kind of like, on a floor-to-floor basis, kind of have an idea of like, I want to try and do this. I need to find X, Y, and Z. The pool of like, what is viable never changes. It's exciting that way. The more shit available, the less likely you are to ever find it. And thanks to the fact that like, you're just looking for components with which to build, that equipment is always possible. Like, it really opens up the build potential of the game. It still has that roguelike-y element of, like, you're looking for stuff, and that stuff is random. But, like, in my couple of runs I got in there, I was able to get a lot of things I wanted online. And it really added to the risk-reward element of the game, because right now the risk-reward is, there's a staff I want in there. Is the realm doable at this moment? I could spend spell points and get a spell just for this floor. Like, there's some risk reward. Sometimes I avoid a floor because the prize is okay, but the enemies are hard. Like, this one, it's like, okay, I really want this component because it would knock my run out of the park. Am I willing to risk it? It's very fun. More like one where you theory craft your run beforehand. I would say it's it's like a good combination of the both of them. Because, like, you can really theory craft the whole thing, but as you're doing the run, you might run into... You could run into a shrine that does a lot of interesting things. I saw shrines that would fill your spell book up with random spells, a shrine that would randomly upgrade a spell for every upgrade available, which is crazy. You can do meta magic stuff like change the tags on a spell, which is crazy. Change the tags on equipment, crazy. So on and so forth. So, like, those kind of things could really nudge your run in different directions out of your theory craft. Same thing with, like, I'm looking for blank, it's part of my theory crafted builds, but you see a floor that has a few different crafting materials, and on the list is a thing you're interested in, you pivot at that point. It's like a sweet middle ground. I think the potential for that is very big. I'm very excited. Like, again, like, whatever they go from here, I'm very excited. Watch the sunrise and sunset until I die. Dead center of 40 acres. Beautiful. I learned that boots that cast your Stormburst don't require you to have Stormburst. Yeah. All the boots that cast a spell, you don't need to have the spell. Same thing with any wand that casts a spell. Anything that casts for you, you don't have to have the spell itself. I mean, I want that Heaven's Vengeance immediately. And this is right between two things, so, like, this works out just fine. Yes, like, if you get a thing that automatically casts a spell, if you get the spell and upgrade the spell, it'll cast the upgraded version, which is very worthwhile. But, like, one of the things I did in 3, like, where I did pivot, is I randomly got a spell, and I found equipment that would cast... Well, I didn't find equipment. I crafted equipment that would cast that spell. And I realized if I then got another piece of equipment that would cast another spell, I could upgrade one to cast the other, and upgrade that one to cast another thing, and, like, it blew up. Like, it was a wacky time. I was doing hilarious stuff. Oh, I can reach it. Alright, that's one down. Hell yeah, Heaven's Vengeance. I wonder if they'll finish for me. Yeah. Struggling to not play Pirate Yakuza? Did you pick it up on sale? Hold on now. Oh, okay, that's fun. I didn't realize it counted me. Game's everything I thought it would be. It looked great. Okay. This wand will really change how this all works. Blink for free! If we're gonna follow the rules, I'm not allowed to buy anything else off of the not off the Never Victory list. Which means my only way to get Blink would be right here. Ah, Chaos Quills. I hate you so much. Ash Ball. Blinds and poisons. They're immune to poison. You bitch! Oh, he's hitting me. Ow! Touch him. Ow? Who threw that? Who threw that? Oh, you threw that. Ah, shit, you threw that. Doing 6 damage. That's gonna be a problem. Pass a turn, touch you. Next turn starts the bad times. I have 3 healing potions, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, let's heal once. I gotta deal with that. Just got to get that out of the picture here. You're so annoying. Touch of Death. Plague of Filth. Actually, Touch of Death. No, I'm out of Touch of Death! What a bummer. Once it's just cats left, it'll be fine. Mud! What's going on? Hot stuff. Crystally losing his love of Yakuza is one of the real tragedies of early to mid 2025. I still like the franchise. I think more it is... Alright, it was... Infinite Wealth wasn't as good as the first game. I kind of missed the characters from the first game. I was a little sad they weren't there. I'm not opposed to going back and finishing it at some point. But it was hard to, like, maintain the excitement for it. Like, the first game, I thought the story was very compelling. Characters were good. I, like, actively wanted to see where it was going. And the sequel... I don't know. I feel like the story didn't hook me as much before we got into the goofy, side questy, you're on an island forever segments. As funny as those segments were, like, I don't care as much about the story. A little bit the same thing with Judgment. Like, Judgment was great, and then Judgment 2, I still really liked Judgment. But it wasn't quite as compelling as the first one, the sequel. And that's just sequels for you sometimes, right? A slimy polar bear would be so nice to have. I'm doing all right, Mud. How are you doing? 5 spell points. See, now that we got what we have, my little vengeance staff here. Now I'm thinking we just go for number of summons. Do. But that's why we slowly kind of fell off the infinite wealth train. My statements about Judgment are less true. I may have continued that game off stream, but I kept a separate save file, so like we could go back if we want to. We can still finish that on stream if people want. That hasn't happened with infinite wealth though. Yeah, I want a slimy polar bear. That's just too good to say no to. Do. Imagine playing like a Dragon game for the main plot. What's on your short list for Game of the Year? What has been the most exciting thing I've played so far this year? Cud was my Game of the Year last year. Didn't it officially leave early access for 2024? When did Caves of Cud leave early access? I could just ask my phone. When did Caves of Cud leave early access? Caves of Cud left early access December 5th, 2024. Yeah, so that was my Game of the Year last time. Night Rain's up there for me. Death Stranding 2's been really good. No, I could ask Chris. He hates Hades and Silksong and Clair Obscure. I didn't hate Clair Obscure. I seem to recall a message from you saying, like, I'm fine if we never see any more of Clair Obscure. I still don't dislike Clair Obscure. I would play more of it. That said, my interest in Silksong and Hades are both 0. I would play more Clair Obscure. Combat should not be 100% based around QTs. I didn't dislike that part because I like Paper Mario. Also Mario RPG. So that was fine by me. You see, if we take any poison, they will blow up. But yeah, Night Rain, Death Stranding 2. I mean, so far Ball Pit's been awesome. I wouldn't discount Ball Pit. My trouble is I forget stuff from like what happened in January and February. Like months back, I can't remember what I played at this point. We'll have to go through my what have I actually played. Did you play Super Mario Superstar Saga? That was a good one in the Pseudo series as well. I like all of them. The names all blend together though. Which one was Superstar Saga? I want to say yes. I'm fairly sure yes. Game Boy Advance with the beans. Oh, Game Boy Advance. Very bean focused. I'm not sure then. Maybe not. Yeah, sure. I'll take some chain mail. If there was a Switch port, I may have played the Switch port. Because the name sounds very familiar. 8 spell points, huh? Would love to get some metal minions going if I can make that happen. Might take Void Flame Lantern.
I'm sorry.
My brain's lagging. Let's take Void Flame Lantern. And natural healing. Piggyback off of our Spore manual a little bit. They released the remaster of Suikoden 2 this year. I mean, yeah. Oh, wait. There's one obvious choice. It's Final Fantasy Tactics. That's Game of the Year. God. Completely forgot. Duh. Here, trade places. You go take out that spawner. Only answer that makes sense. Final Fantasy Tactics, Iveless Chronicles. Game of the Year. I don't know, what comes out in the next 2 months? Can't really be Game of the Year if you forgot it exists. I mean, the trouble for me is, if I'm playing a game, it's hard to think of other games. That's why all I can think of are the ones that have been commonly listed already. Should a remaster be Game of the Year? Fair. I could see why you would not want it to be Game of the Year. But it's the best game ever made. I need a list of games in front of me that I played. That's the only answer for these kind of questions. And I have no idea what comes out in the next 2 months. The best game ever made isn't the best game this year. Unless they re-released it this year like they did with Final Fantasy Tactics. I mean, that's what they did. Yeah, I gotta get a memento tattoo. Would you want Skyrim being Game of the Year every year? I mean, I wouldn't choose Skyrim to be Game of the Year every year. There's a new Katamari coming out on Friday? Really? I did not know that. Like, we're talking about what I would pick for Game of the Year. Silver Melt, Flaming Claw Staff. Reroll! Because Ghostly sounds terrible. Although, all week to holy, never mind, Ghostly sounds easy peasy. I think there are too many AAA games eating up gamers' budgets. What AAA games have come out? Like, at least for me, like, I don't play too many of those. We have Silent Hill F and Death Stranding 2. Is that the end of my AAA experience? Oh, right. Ghost of Yotai. That's true, but I don't have that one. Your choice would be Helldivers 2, but that came out years ago at this point. Megabunk, though, and Ball Pit are both very good. Doesn't everyone just play the same 4 or 5 games and never buy a new game because you still have 95% of the library left to play? Episodic? As in, like, you play it and then you reach the end and you have to wait for them to release the next part? That's a little disappointing. I thought we moved away from that model. Didn't we learn after Half-Life 2? Did we learn nothing? Like, Caves of Cud was my game of the year last year. I can't pick it again. No one ever learns. Searing Heat. I assume Dwarf Fortress Siege update will be my game of the year. You could choose just an update to a game? I think Dungeon Crawler was this year. That's a good one. Got overwhelmed and refunded it. I would say you could download a free version of it because it's always been available for free. And take your time learning it, and once you're like, I think I'm in a good spot, then you can pick it up on Steam. It is a lot, Dwarf Fortress. Like, I understand. As a noted unenjoyer of Hades, obviously I'm not a Hades pick. Hades completely releases, Dispatch releases on November 12th. Why would they release like a part of it first? Why not just like wait until you have the whole game? That's just a strange choice. What do people think will, like, what will the video game media make game of the year? I feel like that's an easy list because that's all people talk about. Like, those are the games that are in the zeitgeist, so to speak. I feel like Silksong, Hades 2, Death Stranding 2, Ghosts of Yotai, those are probably like the picks. Death Stranding 2 is a dark horse. Like, if I were picking from that lineup that I just listed, it's Death Stranding 2 for me. Oh yeah, Claire Obscura will also be in that list. Metal Gear Solid, I don't think Delta's gonna be in the runnings for that. As far as, like, people talking, like, buzz, like, the only people that I hear talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta are the Metal Gear Solid people, like, folks in that, like, circle that replay the games over and over again. I don't think it made quite as much of a splash as the other ones we listed. Which is good for me, because I'm hoping it'll go down in price rapidly. Blueprints! Oh my god, I forgot about Blueprints. Yeah, Blueprints for me was great. That's an up there choice. Secret Agent Wizard Boy. See, I have a rule where I wait for a game to not be in early access. That's why Caves of Cud won 2024 and not like every year before that. Oh yeah, the other thing with 3. Like, equipment scaling is just part of all scaling, so you could, like, bump up the numbers on your equipment really easy. It was a lot of fun. There's Blueprints Bingo? Explain. Why did they remaster it? Oh, are you asking about Delta? Metal Gear Solid 3 is from the PlayStation 2 days. Hey, Mighty Oda, if that's your pick, that's your pick. No one's gonna poo-poo your pick. I was asking about The Last of Us. Oh, yeah, no, they just keep on remastering those games. I don't know why. Easy money, I guess? We have Searing Heat. Now we take Melting Armor, because we're going to be doing... We'll reduce their physical resistance by 20 every turn. Most boring games ever. No. I liked The Last of Us 1 and 2. The most boring games ever are... like, Football Manager Simulator 2022. Like, there are properly boring games out there. Fog Quest, and the bingo board's like the 45 rooms in the house. Ooh. Amulet of Emerald Flame. PGA Tour 2K25. Yeah, there are like super boring games in the world. Reroll. Kang, what's going on? Can you get advice? Always. They made a new Mario Golf. Only Tom played it. I need unbiased opinions. You're always guaranteed to find those here. None of us have biases. What would you do if AI was possibly taking your job? Ooh. Like, get a new job is unfortunately probably up there. Talking with, like, whoever is in charge and trying to, like, lock down my position would be number one. I would start there. Just like, hey, I understand what's going on. Is there a way we could maybe transition me into a position that won't be replaced? Start there, I guess. Can't be unbiased. That's my reality. It's happening to you too. Two turns. Well, by turn 20, every spawner dies no matter what. Wide open floors like this are very good. I'm an expert in this field. All right, the answer is we got to get ourselves a redeal fire as physical damage. That would be tremendous. It's just a living nightmare. Yeah, it's bad times. Frost spew stuff. No, let's portal key here. Conjuration flag. This is kind of our backbone. So that's not the worst idea. But reroll for a miniaturization shrine. Hey, flags. So we're still okay. Jar of ectoplasm's pretty good. Conjuration staff. If only we could, if we miniaturize this staff, that would be the dream. But Jar of Ectoplasm, I think, is our winner at the moment. The problem is, I don't think they count as living if they get that. Do they keep... Who remembers? This is something I always forget. I know they will gain the undead tag. Will they keep the living tag as well? I can't remember if it replaces the other tags. Ooh, that's rough, Kang. Let's see if the level layouts inform what we need. I was gonna say, if I recall, you work for, like, your state's government. Yeah, living flag's pretty good. Jar of Ectoplasm's really good too, though. Yeah, that is wild to me, but not too surprising given everything that's been going on. It's a bummer, though. It's bullshit. Ectoplasm or a flag? I think we'll do it with the flag. I just want more buddies in front of me. Boss killer tab. How much health do you have? 450? You have no health. It's dumb times we find ourselves living in, yes. Very dumb times. Do-do-do-do. If stuff touches me, they get hurt a lot. That's the thing, like, as a tool, I could see a lot of uses. But, like, an argument I heard someone give recently was, if we were to create bespoke models for specific things, we're looking at a lot of potential. Like, you could have a model designed specifically for, like, the medical fields. Like, it's designed exclusively for, we need to try to figure out how to cure certain things synthesize medication. Same thing with like long lists of what you could be using it for. But the model that we're going with is we need to make like one super thing that's supposed to do everything and therefore doesn't do great jobs at everything. It's just that's the model that makes the most money, and that's what the corporations want to do. Yeah, you're not supposed to paint with a calculator, but like that's how it's being done at the moment, where it's just let one thing try and do everything. It's like if you want a tool that people could use effectively, it should be designed that way, as opposed to like, we're gonna make this hammer do everything. This hammer's gonna like, you know, replace everybody's job. It's gonna do everything. Tell that to Doom. Just weird stuff, man. Dumb, weird times. They're making us stranded. See, that's dark. I really don't like that. Here's a dumb, like, computer script. Teach it how to replace you. Like, fuck you. No, I won't. This is called the bitter lesson. There are a lot of CS researchers who also thought specific models would be best, but with enough compute, the general tool is somehow better. It messes people up. They said put the info in folder and we'll learn how to reply to users. Not me. Whenever I have to call somebody, and like that was part of my breaking point with Comcast, is like they had a shitty AI that was trying to guide me through and like couldn't get me anywhere, and I was hitting 0 to get to an operator and it just hung up on me. It's just like, I refuse to tolerate this. I fucking hate it. Have you followed the instructions? No. I mean, double mana potions is worthwhile. Yeah, you want all of your ability to deal with customers, dealing with Microsoft, and your knowledge base for free. This is why I want to live in a 400 square foot house in the woods. Yes. One of my 3 bosses has me setting up an AI project to replace my job, except the other 2 bosses know it won't work, and we're just trying to decide how much money to burn proving it. It's always infuriating, Helio. That said, if I could find a miniaturization shrine, I would rather have that. Like, we're not hurting on casts. Instead, we found the wrong ones. Damn. If you could find, like, something smaller and local, I don't know if that's possible. Like, I don't know your location situation, but a smaller IT store that, like, services the community, less likely to be looking to replace their employees. Even a place where people, like, mail in their computers for assistance might be looking. Model collapse. Oh, you're all weak to fire? This will be a short floor. Like, even there, like, when it comes to medicine, I feel like if you're going to try and use these systems, you want to make a model that the people doing the actual research are interacting with directly. Like, it's part of the... It's a tool they use. Like, instead of generalizing the whole thing and like, we're just gonna feed information into it and who cares what happens, like, you want it honed in, like, built for whatever task you're using it for. But again, that's not how people are wanting to use these things. Hello, sir. Yeah, analytical AI, not generative. Alright, we put a very strong backbone to the run together. Largely built around equipment, but hey, we found it, we're using it. And now we could just kind of luxuriate in spells on the list that we need. Enchanting's the hardest one to like really crank up, but we could look at the list first. And these are purely damage. Our options are sorcery, nature, lightning, ice, and enchanting. Enchantment-wise, doesn't do damage. Funny enough, I don't think the damage is based on the spell. It's the elephant damage. This one we can increase the damage of. And this one we can increase the damage of. And this one... If it actually does crank up the applicable damage, that would be neat. So that's enchantment. Sorcery. 3 points won't make much of a difference with this list. Lightning. What else was in there? Chanting, lightning. Oh yeah, nature. This is minion damage, of course. In the skills department. Prince of Ruin is fire, lightning. I think we'll take the lightning. Just more Prince of Ruin damage. I love the Hex Specialist, but I don't think we're going in that direction. Doing a Fleshbound Fire Drake run and made a mistake of entering a floor with a mortal worm shamblers. That's gonna be a while. Kang, that sounds like an incredibly well-run establishment. Yeah, Morgana. There's a lot of reasons why this is happening, and that is definitely one of the big ones. $632 immortal. Oh God! Set your computer on fire. Throw it in a tub of water. The scary thought, really, for me, is how big the bubble is getting. There's a lot of money going into all of this stuff. All these AI programs, the data centers, building entire power plants to power them. Like, there's a lot of money moving into it. But not a lot of it coming out of it. Like... When you compare it to, like, the .com bubble, this is so much bigger and mirrors it in a lot of ways. When, like, again, so much capital flowing in and not a lot flowing out. The bursting of this one will be scary. Your area is considered the data capital center of the world. Some of the blueprints that have been, like, thrown around, like the proposed data centers, are wild. Like Facebook's Meta data center they were pitching is... That's like a city, but it's one building. It's insane. There are like 50 under construction. It's nuts. It is nuts. Like, the too big to fail thing that we sometimes do. This is a scary version of that. Oh, it's gonna be so much worse when this one pops. I don't think we're at a point where we think about that kind of stuff, Martin. Like, we don't worry about that very much. Like, my frustration is I think the technology overall could be very interesting and useful. But that's not how any of it's being used. Like, smaller bespoke models designed to do, like, specific things. There's so much potential there. I don't need to know about that. Power plants don't run 100% capacity all the time. They just use the grid energy. Yep. But with the data centers, the requirements are so high. That's why, like, they need to build just for the centers. Like, we gotta build a whole nuclear plant. Not anymore, Martin. Like, they're building a few just to power some of these centers. Or at least their proposals to do it. Let's get ourselves another heart. I would like a wide open level for my heart, though. If available. There we go. The burning ones are a bummer. But not that big a deal, especially with a polar bear on our team. Alright, never victoried. We can take whatever we want off of this now. Worked on a large project adjacent to a nuclear plant. Yeah, like, we have them. I could say Choir of Angels. Devour Flesh we could do. Only steal as much HP as you're missing. Heal allies in a radius. Slain living. You know what? We could turn my temporary minions into permanent minions. Let's take Devour Flesh. Prison of Thorns. We're just shopping now. So, Yataro, with Never Victoried, I've won with most of these. There's like 5 in here we haven't actually won with. But every time the game gets an update, it will reset its tag in the files as never being won with. So, like, we're just cleaning up now that another beta branch has entered the main branch. Oh, don't worry about it, Kang. We're happy to talk about stuff. It's either Meta or Amazon. Could be either one. You haven't used the filter much yet? I'm at a stage where it's like, might as well be using the filter. Once the filter is, like, emptied out, I will have used every spell, beaten the game with every spell. I'll just... That kind of stuff makes me feel good. There is that part of me that is a little completionist. Looking very enticing. How did I get over here? Who pulled me? These red caps are a bummer. My polar bear's going strong, though. Are you healing? Oh, you're clay. Okay. Yeah, I feel like for Plague of Filth, if we were to take the thing where everyone in line of sight gets poisoned because of the Plague Horseman, we have 2 books. we will blow ourselves up. I've learned my lesson. I've gotten my loss that way before. So instead, we'll just take number of summons. You can have the 40 acres next to my 40 acres. Listen, I would love to just like build like a community commune and we all just live there. I swear I'm not starting a cult, but you will have to start referring to me as Glorious Leader. That's like the one rule we'll have, but again, not a cult thing. Not a cult thing. It'll just be a comfortable living environment for all of us, right? Come on. Let's all just come together. Make a nice little living environment for all of us. It'll be great. Miniaturization shrine. All right. It's called compounding. Very likely to do that with my work buddy for a few years. Like, I live in a house with just a bunch of friends. It's essentially the same thing. If I could just, like, somehow purchase the houses on the block and, like, get other people to move in, we just own this block, that'd be great. What color will a rose be? I mean, I'm partially green, but I'm open to suggestions. But I would love to, like, make a compound. Ba, 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 ba. Totally physically resistant. We'll see about that. Go, my children! What's your physical resist look like? Oh, 150 minus now? Hmm. Gotta remember to pay attention to my channeling here. I know my wife with constantly. You're completely immune to the dark? Well, that's a bummer. Whatever boss we fight, I want a one-shot. Whoops. Wasn't paying attention. I mean, if you keep hurting me, you're just trying to warn you. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. This guy's minus 1300 physical resist. Hey, buddy, come here. Can I do physical damage to you? Do any of these have a physical attribute? I should really just add meteor shot to this guy. Cost 3. Here, hold on. I'll be right back. Minus 410 physical bang. I say we could really use a food co-op. And you're not wrong. Winged shoes, huh? Let's take a look at it. If it's a wide open floor. Spawn slimes will match this unit's tags when possible. Green slimes otherwise. As long as nothing here has the fire tag. Metallic, demon, slime. Alright. Spark is fine, iron's fine, golem's fine. Yeah, nothing here would have the no-no tags. Which means they'll all become very, very weak to physical damage. Good. We have like 4 in walking distance. We do have that going for us over here. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. Out here too, we have those co-ops. There's gonna be so many slimes on screen. One mistake I made is we need one more thing here. All right. Otherwise, this is gonna be a nightmare. There we go. All right. Much better. Okay. Problem solved. Petrified. Ugh. Iron gaze. I hate you guys. Ruins my channeling. If we didn't have Prince of Ruin, this whole screen would just be slimes. A third shop right now. This is what you need. Sir, do you have thousands of health? Hold on, let me come over there and kill you. Out of my way, I want to touch the boss. I'm gonna touch you. Unless you can't, like, yeah. 3,000 health, dead. I don't get to have a grocery store. You thought slimy would be enough for you to challenge me? Fools. Oh. Some wing shoes, that'll be nice. Reroll, actually portal key first. Fiery Judgment, huh? That was the game engine using its inhaler. No, this would be a nightmare. Duplicating, of course, being very good, but... Fiery Judgment's 5 points. And it's kind of worth our while. Don't worry about it, MacLeod. If talking about it helps you feel better, then talk about it. We're all cool here. You know, I'm just gonna go straight for Fiery Judgment. Gonna pop a Chaos Bell. Eyeballs will all be dead very soon. Oh shit, are they fiery though? Were mistakes made? Crap. Mistakes were made. Nah, even if they shoot me, that'll hit. We'll kill them via that. We're coming up on last call soon for movie suggestions for the marathon. I will post a list probably this weekend of what I got so far. I got all of season 4 and 5 of Are You Afraid of the Dark, so we can use that for spacers between movies if we need to augment time and stuff. In theory, we might even have the rest of the rest of it. But that's what I got first. It's gonna be 24:48. It'll be however long it's gonna be. What is this now? A movie watch party? Every Halloween, I do a movie marathon in the Discord. I just I set it up on either my laptop, or now that I put another computer together, I'll just have a computer sitting in the living room. It'll run the marathon. But it starts right after my stream is over on Thursday. So probably around like 2 a.m. on the 31st. It'll start, it'll run until it's over. It's at least 24 hours long. It's gotta be longer than 24. And people can just pop in and watch movies and pop out and come back. You gotta put the suggestions in the Discord, otherwise I'll forget. I remember nothing. Once the stream's over, amnesia sets in. He doesn't even watch it. I actually do watch some of them. Like, for a good chunk of Halloween, I will not be there because I have a party that I'm throwing. I'll be watching other movies as well. Are you talking about Night of the Lagomorphs? Bang! Touch of Death with, like, whatever health they have, that's how much it does, is such a fun one. Oh, right. The Lagomorph, of course, is, Sam from Sam and Max. Night of the Lupus, Lepus is the real one. I saw Night of the Living Dead on Netflix. I don't know, Taco, I don't know. Reroll. Serpents of Chaos, huh? We got fire and physical going on. Depends. Very recent ones I could do as long as they're like available somewhere. I mean, Serpents of Chaos would definitely proc. I want Disintegrator because with what we're doing, we'll just erase everybody. We'll take Serpents of Chaos. Man. A level where I can't see stuff is dumb. That I do believe we can swing. It's also great. It's a fantastic movie. Volcano. It's a little expensive, but that would be the solution for wall problems. What was I coming here for? Serpents of Chaos. I mean, it is a 7 drop. That's pretty good. I think it might be worth it. The dragons! The dragons will open the level up for me as they attempt to reach me. The fools! I'll just try and bait out their breath attacks. Right here, punks! Yes! Fools! Come on, breathe on me. Yes, idiot. Total fire immunity, huh? Oh god, they're immortal? Do. That movie's utter trash, unwatchable. Whenever someone says that about a movie, I have to ask, have you seen The Room, and what are your thoughts on The Room? Because some trash that is unwatchable for someone might be very watchable for others. Strong against holy, it's weak against ice, huh? Just about as that Sasquatch movie where they grunt and have sex all the time. No! That was an immortal spawner? Fuck me. Mistakes have been made. Oh, long legs is great. I really like long legs. Wait, we gotta take that thing out. I think this might be a mana potion situation. Touch of Death is gonna be rather helpful, I think. Poltergeist is for November, a Thanksgiving movie, thank you. Sasquatch Sunset. It's ultra cringe. Cringe is a meaningless term. Cringe is a very subjective term. Like, there are definitely, movies that only it feels like only I enjoy. I haven't seen Sasquatch Sunset, so I can't speak to that one. But it's very possible I'll enjoy that. I don't know. I like weird stuff. Why did they make a Popeye horror movie? Because the second something enters the public domain, the only good idea anyone has is make a bad horror movie about it. I feel like there's a lot of room for something interesting to be done. But they never do something interesting. At least Winnie's Hole, which is a public domain interpretation of Winnie the Pooh, and is still horror-based, at least as a video game, it's like, that's an interesting idea. My little frog children just keep dying instantly, and everyone here has too much. Goddamn. Bullshitty resistance to holy. But I can make that go away. Once there's only one left, then we'll be safe. The substance is great. I know a lot of folks that didn't enjoy that movie, but I really enjoyed it. Right, immortal. That means they come back. Going in blind's the ideal. Like, you want to go in there blind. Tire's probably one of the weirdest movies. Are you talking about Rubber? If there's a movie called Tire, I need to do a double feature of Tire and Rubber. But if you're thinking about a movie where there's a psychic tire that rolls around and the entire movie is a metaphor for the process of making and watching movies, that's Rubber. Damn it, it's Rubber. I knew it. Approach me. But the Disney lawyers wouldn't be able to do anything about it. As always, it's the immortal modifier that sees me sitting here for too long. It's a vile, anger-inducing modifier. Arguably, copyright law started out fine, and then Disney got involved. They really went in there and tweaked it to their advantage for a long time ago, and continue to do so. As it currently exists, it is garbage. The Disney lawyers will be able to bankrupt them with legal fees. Yeah. That is the problem. Like, even if, like, legally they have no leg to stand on, they have the money to drag it out. Touch them, touch them! Damn it! Alright, the numbers are going in the right direction at least. What's going on, final boss? Do. Did you know that Earth is the deadliest planet in the solar system? You beat the immortal Werewolf Shambler level? That took a while. I believe as long as Winnie the Pooh is not wearing his iconic red shirt, then you're in the clear. Ba ba da ba 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 da. 324,000 damage from Prince of Ruin. That sounds about right. Is it 0%? Has no one died in space? Your chance of being mauled by a grizzly bear is higher on Earth than anywhere else in the universe, except for Bear Planet. I would like a little bit more health, and a portal key would be nice. Everything that's ever died has died in space. Damn, he's right. Sorceress stuff or enchanting stuff? Sorceress disc? God damn it. Oh, disc will work on a couple of the things we want. Sorcery. Cinder has no stats we could change. Art Sorcerer has no stats, no stats, no stats. Oh, duration, no stats, no stats. BK do crimes. Committed by lesbians, just one. Important stats. Whatever floor has the best layout, I guess. We chose poorly. A little disappointed. Kind of the same. I think I'd rather get a stopwatch than anything else. Driders. Look how unsexy the Driders are in this one. The new Driders in 3, those are sexy Driders. Coops knew what he was doing, making the Driders sexy. Can I stand somewhere and see all the spotters? That's all the spotters. Volcano, I need one more spell point for Volcano. How much health do you have? I can get a lot of charges off. Thousands, you say? Let me touch you. Touch. Ah, shit, dark resist. I was a fool. Why did I teleport here? Boo doo boo doo boo. Over here is probably a good spot. Honestly, Twilight Gaze is probably worthwhile for how we are built. Nah, there's like 2 floors left. We're fine. Avarice, thank you for that resubscription. Will you have a good answer? Or at least a sexy gay space crime answer? What was the question? Oh, until you reach 42, of course. I understand. Welcome back, Mudge. And a hype train. Stupid slimy Driders. Alright, oh, there's one more spawner I didn't notice. Nope, it's gone. Oh, these guys can poison. Which means there will be explosions. I can make some more animated emotes, especially if you're looking for stuff of the Rift Wizard category. I imagine what we should do is make some animated spells for him to cast. They want to goad us in the spit. It has come before, and it's a good idea. I'll do it. I'll make more emotes. The Rift Wizard sprites for 3 are really good because, like I said, art style is much more evocative. There's a lot more A lot more room for arts because they scaled up the size of all the art. It looks a lot more like the title screen art and the promotional art that no one ever gets to see because it was never, like, in the game. Yeah, you should, probably. I'll just pass a couple of turns so this guy dies. Free Shavagadu. X-I-O-M. Alright, these snakes are taking long enough that we're probably gonna have to increase game speed for a little bit. Ah, much nicer. The power of 2 books. So strong. Like, I'm trying to find a new... Oh, man, Arch Sorcerer is a really good one, too, huh? A mortal bone shambler needs to go. That's step 1. We remove that. Man, this floor sucks, though. I don't want to go there. Like, a little bit more health would be really nice. But if we could find another wand, that would be even better. Jar of Quicksilver, you say? Sweet Mother of God. There it is. Nice and wide open. A mortal bone shambler. I was like, nope. Fuck that. I have one rule. We don't go there. We do not ever go there. I do hate artists. Lightning artists specifically. All artists in real life, I hate them. I thought Chris was an artist. Like, especially with a build where we're gonna generate things, lightning artists are very scary for us. He does 8 physical damage. Look at the size of him! Hits like a kitten. There we are. Remember when the dev showed up and was messing with us? That was good. 64 damage, huh? Time stopped working right around then. That's when time stopped making sense. Snakes! I'm like the opposite of that guy that did the Irish thing with all the snakes in Ireland. You know the one, Steve. But ding! Well, maybe in a minute. You're blowing up Christmas. It's time. St. Clancy, that's the one. Time ceased to work in 2020, which is 31 years after the release of the groundbreaking hit Pump Up the Jams. Silken Links. I could have sworn it was 2021 or 2022. Nope, it's back when time stopped working right. Insanity Queen doesn't have shields, and it doesn't have dark resist. Which means I get to do what I want to do. Oh, you did lowercase c, so I thought Kunk was just like, I don't know, just kind of like a deep voice or something. That doesn't look like a name to me. All right, how many times does 40 go into 9,000? $225 times. Everything on screen will take 225 points of physical damage. At least 22 times. Touch. 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 Oh, they're all immune to stuff. much health do you guys have that you managed to survive all that physical damage I put out there? The Phoenixes, I understand. They came back. Ugh, you're completely immune to these two is very annoying. 9 spell points. You're gonna be very weak to physical. This cost 8. I mean, we kind of need Dreamwalk if we're going to be able to make any headway here. Damn, the explosions kill all my half-men. God damn you. Just need to instantly make snakes for them to deal with. Crappies. I can't hurt them with holy. It has to be physical damage. You I could blow up, but then I'm gonna take fire damage. And I have such low health. I mean, I can kill all of you with death dice. It's worth just trying. Good God! 14 per? Pillar Fire would have slapped those things. Except they're all hitting me so hard, so fast. Damn it! Damn it! We had such a silly run going, too. Should have healed one more time before trying to teleport out of there. Those horde of half-men came in too late. It's all because I wanted to blow up the boss immediately. I could have re-rolled and gone for a much safer experience, but no. I had to. It was hubris. I just heard that sound of my Mordred fight. Did you have a panicked moment? Oh well, that was still a funny... Like, what can we build out of a pile of garbage informed largely by equipment? I enjoyed that one. Plague of Filth works quite well with Heavenly Vengeance. I could play with some balls. The "you dead" noise, yep. God damn it, it was all because I wanted to touch him. I just had to diddle that stupid fly. Had I re-rolled, I could have diddled your commander, which would have been even better. Death Chiller did 200 damage to me in one turn, and my Drakes did the rest. The Death Chiller in 3 has sunglasses on his sprite, and it's great. Anyway, BR!